Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. So Austin Trout, I think really highly of Austin Trout. I've always spoken favorably about Austin and his hustle. Because if you look at Austin Trout and how he was with his career, Austin Trout did his best to stay busy. And he got in there with some tough guys. Charlo, Hurd, the other Charlo, Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Delvin Rodriguez, And then even if you look at from 2019 where he fought Terrell Gasha, he goes in 2020 and fights somebody named Rosbel Montoya and wins. Then in 2021 he fought twice in Mexico and then Dubai, winning those fights. And then in July of 2022, he won a majority decision in Germany. He went over and fought somebody. And then here, December 9th, he has a fight scheduled for an 8-rounder. So what I always say about Austin Trout is Austin Trout is really a hustle man. And he's made good money. And the reason he's made good money because he knew his position. He knew there was only one time he was rated A-side, and that's after he beat Miguel Cotto. And after that, he just was always kind of the B-side in fights. He knew that, but he was happy to go snatch up his $250,000 to $800,000 paydays. But the couple million he made, after fighting Cotto, going in there fighting Alvarez, those days were over. But he kept hustling, so he made a lot of money in his boxing career. What I don't like is that he signed this new deal with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And I just don't see why. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just a one-off deal. This is a multi-fight promotional contract. He's going to be in there, trying to hopefully not becoming another Paulie Malinaggi. Because let's just face it, Paulie Malinaggi can't fight to save his life. His whole thing was jab, never had a right hand. It was just the jab and speed and using his legs to get out the way. But Paulie Malinaggi can't fight. He got in the bare knuckle fight and got his ass tore out the frame. Then he complained at the end. But for Austin Trout, he's kind of like a Paulie Malinaggi, where he's got the speed, he doesn't have much power. But what I personally think this Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is doing, they're going to sign these guys to multi-fight deals. And they're going to use the boxers to grow their platform by having the bare knuckle fighters beat the boxers' asses. That's what I think. So I think that he's just a sacrificial lamb. And he's not part of he's part of their big plan, not to grow him, not because they respect him as an ex-champion in boxing, but to bring him over, let him get his ass beat, just like Paulie Malinaggi, and then for all those wannabe tough guy, bare knuckle brawlers who can't get in the boxing ring and learn the sweet science, but who are tough and can take a good ass whooping, let those guys get the motivation to say, you know what, I can do it, and then bring those guys on board who are good bare knuckle fighters, pay them little to nothing, and then put them into big entertaining fights and grow their platform and basically become a kind of Dana White, So I think when you look at their business model, I think it's structured very similar. You look at how they're growing this organization. BKFC, these guys are having fights all over the world now. So they're kind of figured it out. And they're going to keep bringing on ex-MMA fighters, ex-boxers, especially if you're a champion. Because that just sends a message to all those other, the less intelligent, tough guy fighters who want to fight in the platform, that they can do it. And for BKFC, and this is my opinion, I think they're like, okay, we can kind of give these guys whatever we want to give them. They're just tough guys who want to fight. And we can come out here and really grow this into something like the UFC, and we can make all the money. But for Austin Trout, come on, man. What's Austin Trout really going to do in a bare knuckle fight? Right, so Austin Trout goes on the record and says how he's been following BKFC for a long time, and he's excitement, and he loves how the level of the events are growing, and it's truly over the top. Now, doesn't that sound like something a company man would say? Doesn't that shit sound rehearsed? You got an ex-pro boxer talking about how he's been following BKFC for a long time and truly excited about the platform is growing and the events are over the top. Man, come on, man. Hold your horses. Don't take it to the stupid there, Austin Trout. BKFC is not doing anything special. All right? And for you to be a boxer talking about that, I mean, come on. But anyway, man, Austin Trout was one of the probably more durable fighters while he was actually active in boxing. Definitely tough. And he had skill. We can't knock that. But he didn't have the kind of power I think you need in this bare knuckle fighting. You know, you got to have some power to get these killers out of there. Like, you got to be able to touch them up and make them say, I don't want nothing to do with it. And I think they're just going to slice through Trout like a hot knife through butter, man. And I really think so. The BKFC reps are saying how they're thrilled to have Austin on board and looking to get his first fight going. They're going to announce it shortly. They talked about in 2022 how it's been a phenomenal year. BKFC has grown exponentially, and they're just going to continue with huge events stateside and all over the world, and they're going to continue to sign world-class fighters as they enter 2023. And I just think as they get bigger and bigger, you're going to have people who are coming over there thinking that, hey, I'm the professional boxer or I'm the MMA fighter. I've trained with my hands. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to dominate. And they're going to learn quick that this is not quite the case because they have some pretty funky rules. And Malinaggi learned that quick where they can hold you and hit you. Because this is a fight, you know what I'm saying? And they're not going to be used to that. But that being said, Austin Trout, glad he's still out here making his money. I really am. But wasn't his wife becoming a nurse, an RN? So if his wife is an RN, why don't he do like Zab Judah, become a CNA, do something along those lines? Or if he did his money right, you know, chill out with the kids. Start a YouTube channel. I mean, do something low threat. You want to come in here and get your head beat in? Craziness, man. With that being said, y'all keep cool. Austin Trout, good luck to you. I personally don't think it's worth it. But, hey, this man has to live his life, right? Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.